phone right here. Did you all see that snow? Is that crazy or what? Welcome to Indiana. Okay. All right, let me turn the light off behind me so that it's not glaring in your face. Oh. Ah, there we go. Okay. Good morning. Snow. Holy snow. I hate snow. I am not a northern girl. I'd much rather have sunshine all the time. I don't need seasons. I know, crazy, but I don't. I'm good without them. Okay, welcome. I am Kara Lewis Newton. I'm an exclusive Black status presenter with Younique. If you'd like to know more about me or more about my business, you can check out my info in my bio. If you want to share this training, you can swipe to the right or swipe down, I believe, on the Android. And you can share on Facebook, Twitter, here on Periscope. And the hearts mean you like what I'm saying. So, okay, we are in the middle of a series called Everything in Between. That is, I went from white status to black status, which is the top of our company, in 17 months. And I want to talk about everything in between, how I got there. What are the things that I did to help me reach that milestone? These trainings are specifically for Team Flourish, my team, but I open them up for anyone to join in. So if you're on Team Flourish, I love to see the hashtags, makes me happy. And if you're wondering what that is, those are my girls just sending me love. So, all right, so we're going to talk about follow-up. My team knows that I am a stickler in this one area. Well, no, that's not true. I'm a stickler in a lot of areas, but follow-up is huge for me. So first, let's start with why it's important, and then I'm going to talk to you about how I do follow-up. So follow-up is important because it spurs your business on, okay? Those interactions after a customer receives their product is what's going to spur your business on. It's also what shows that you care, okay? And that in turn creates loyalty. That's the goal, okay? So let's see here. We are going to get rid of some people. Okay. You want to create loyalty. People who feel loyal to you stick with you. And that is so important when you realize that in your business, okay? So everything that you do, you need to filter it through the eyes of, am I creating an atmosphere where people want to be loyal to me, okay? So this is what you need to remember. Man, we have some crazies on today. This person has found you online. More than likely, they do not know you. This is the first that they've ever seen you. They've been watching you for several days, and they have decided to trust you enough to get up out of their warm spot on the couch with their blankets and their slippers on, to get their purse, to get their credit card out of their wallet, to place an order with you, okay? You better be following up with them with an email, okay? There is no excuse in my book for getting behind on follow-ups, okay? This is probably the most important part of your business when it comes to your customers, okay? Now, I say that to you knowing that it takes time. I've told you what my numbers are, okay? I've told you that I have done over 400 parties, okay? November, I did 15,000 in PRS. Do you know how many orders that was? Do you know how much time I had to spend emailing and messaging every single person? But each one of them spent the time to place an order with me, okay? So I get it. I'm not telling this to you as someone that only has 5 orders to follow up with a month, okay? Follow-ups are so, so important. So here's the thing. The goal is loyalty. Okay, the goal is creating loyal customers, all right? And that starts with follow-up. And follow-up starts at the time of purchase, okay? So here's what I do. For me, I like to thank the customer within the hour. Now, I can do that because I'm a full-time work-at-home mom, all right? So typically, I can make that happen. If you can't, it needs to happen within 24 hours, okay? They need to be thanked within 24 hours. I like to do it within the hour. That's not always possible, and I totally get that. But ideally, that's what I like to do. And I want to prepare the way to make it as comfortable and easy for them to connect with me as possible. So the first thing I do is I get the order through my email. I send them an email from my email with the Younique as the subject. I write their name in there. I give them instructions and tips for applying the product which they've bought. Okay. I also put a link. It's a YouTube link to a thank you video that I have created. This is the #1 thing that has changed my follow-up. It's me personally getting in front of them. And before you ask, no, I do not create a new thank you video for every customer. Come on, I just told you I sold $15,000 in November, okay? No, it's one video that I send to every customer. It's the same video, but it's just thanking them, you know, saying, this is what you're doing for me. This is how you're supporting me, and it means so much to me. It's a personal way to get in front of them and say thank you, okay? So I put that link in their email. Then I go back into Facebook, I go back into the party, I write a post, I thank them for ordering, and I say in that post, please let me know if you did not receive the message I just sent you, okay? Then I send them a Facebook message and I say, thank you so much. I've just sent you an email with some tips and tricks for applying the products you just bought. Thank you for supporting Sally Sue, our hostess. She's so fabulous. I love her. You always want to compliment the hostess. It's her friend, okay? Compliment her choice in colors, okay? You want to be very complimentary and just say, it means so much to me. It means so much to her. I've created a little video for you. I'd love it if you watch. I also put the link for the YouTube video in her Facebook message. But what I've done in this Facebook message is alert her to the fact that I have sent her an email. I don't want my emails going to her spam folder, right? So now she's going to look for my emails because I've told her that I sent her one, all right? And so then we do that. Now, here's the deal. Sometimes they will message me back. Usually, if back in the party, I get a little message on the post that says, hey, I didn't get your message, I'll say, no problem. I'm going to send you a friend request, and that way it'll pop up in your messages. Never an issue, okay? They read it. They reply back, oh, thanks, I'm so excited, whatever. And then I reply back, yes, something, you know, just little messages back and forth. But what has happened when she messages me on Facebook, she has invited me into relationship, okay? She's invited the relationship. She has invited and initiated the conversation with me, which means after that, then I can send her a friend request. I do not just go start friend requesting everyone that bought from me. Okay, I friend request them after they have initiated a relationship with me through our messages. And then I write her name down, and a couple of weeks later, I will add her to my customer base group. Now, do I ask her? No, I do not. Remember how much I sold in November, people? I cannot go back and figure all that out, okay? So I add her to my customer base group. I have never had someone ask me to remove them, okay? And that, I believe, is based on the content that's in that group. But if I were, here's my response. I'm just adding you to this group so that if you ever have any questions or you ever have any issues with your products, you know an easy way to contact me. Simple. If she doesn't want to be in it, she can leave it, okay? All right. So I follow up. Now, that's after they purchase. Now I'm constantly checking my back office. I like to follow up with my customers 3 days after they receive their order. Any longer than that, you are pushing having an angry customer if they're not happy with their order, okay? For me, sometimes I even like to message after 2 days of receiving their order. Here's why. If they have a product and they're not applying it correctly, after 3 days, they're done, they've quit, they're not using it anymore. Okay? And they're not happy that they've just spent this money on this product. So I want to make sure that I get in there right in time to be able to say, oh, no problem. Let's get this fixed for you. Let's figure it out. And now you've created a loyal customer because you just fixed her problem for her. Okay? If you're waiting a week, 2 weeks, you're going to have some unhappy customers. They will not stay loyal to you because you did not follow up with them in a timely manner. Okay? If you're waiting 2 weeks, you're really doing a disservice because now you've waited outside of the window of the Love It Guarantee, okay? And I don't have time for that, okay? My girls know that is not acceptable, okay? It is your job to make sure that they are happy, and if they're not, then you simply help them exchange the product for something that they love even more, okay? So So I like to follow up with orders 3 days after receiving their order. I do my follow-ups on Tuesdays and Fridays. And I make my email very simple. Hey, I saw that you received your product. I'm just following up with you. Feedback's so important. How are you liking it? Question mark. Okay? Always end with a question mark. It's going to create some urgency for them to reply. If you say, just let me know, they will not just let you know. Okay? Whenever someone ends something with just let me know, in my mind, I don't really have to respond to that right now. So I'll put that on the back burner. Okay? So always end with a question. If they respond with, I love it, it's fabulous, it's my favorite product, then you offer a party, right? You say, great, I love to hear that you're loving the product. It's my favorite thing. How about doing a beauty bash with me, or whatever you call it? How about doing, a lash bash with me online, and we can earn you some more products for free for you to try out. Okay, so I always do that. What do you think of that? Question mark, okay? You end that with a question, all right? If they don't love the product, if they're having an issue, then you say, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Let's figure it out. And you start asking questions. If it's my mascara smudging, what kind of makeup remover are you using? All right, start asking questions, start troubleshooting with them, help them. I've had a few ladies, the lip stain's not quite what I thought. Oh, are you layering it, or are you just putting one layer on? Because with a lip stain, if you really want to get the true color, you have to layer it. Oh, I never thought of that. And then they love you, and you've created this loyalty because you've troubleshooted the problem with them. And I have had so many customers that have had an issue then become party hostesses because we worked through the problem. If they have an issue with a product and it's not the right color for them, they want to exchange it. No problem. Here's your order number. Here's support's email. Let me know if I can help you with this. But really the simplest way is for you to just email them, give them your order number, and tell them what you'd like to exchange. It pulls me out as the middleman and screenshotting emails and forwarding things to them. It's so much easier on them just to email support themselves. So that's how I do the exchanges and returns with customers. Plus it's much easier on me too. Then, okay, so that's 3 days after. Then 2.5 months after my customer's order, I just send them a little message. Hey, it's been a little while. You're probably running out of product. I just wanted to send you my link again if you needed to order. Or if you're wanting to earn some more product, I'd love to set up an online party for you, an online whatever, an online lash bash for you. So just keeping that connection with them, okay? So that's really, this is gonna be a shorter training, but that's how I go about follow-up. Now, do I keep I know the very first question is gonna be, what do you do when they don't respond? I don't do anything. Now, should you? That's up to you. You can keep a list of your customers and keep a list of who responds and who doesn't. For me, this is one of those areas. I told you, I don't deliver lash and carry. I don't sell a whole lot of lash and carry, but I also don't do deliveries because I've had to create some boundaries in my life. And one of those boundaries is I don't do deliveries. That's just what I've decided for my business and for my family. I don't follow up with customers after they haven't responded to me for the first time. Now, if they've emailed and said, I haven't tried it yet, I'll get back to you, I'll follow up with them because they sent the initial email to me, but I will not keep following up. Now, that is because of the volume of sales that I have. If I had less sales, if I were starting over again and I had less sales, I probably would send just one more follow-up. But for me personally, with all that I have going on, I can't do the second follow-up if they haven't responded. So, all right, I am ready for questions. What are your questions? I do not delete my groups. No, that would take forever. Yes, my thank you video is on YouTube, and that's the link that I share. Yep. I go into my back office and I start going through my list. I email from my back office, and wherever I leave off, whoever's name, I look on the shipping and say, oh, it hasn't been delivered yet. That's where I'm gonna come back to in a few days. I write her name down with the date, and then I go back to my back office where her name is and the date, and then I just start emailing again. I don't do vendor events, so I can't help you with that. No, I don't, like I said, I don't follow up If they don't respond to me through email or through Facebook message, you know, I just leave it. I don't want to be pushy. I would say I get about the same response from email and Facebook messages. I definitely get a response initially from the Facebook message. And then when I'm following up to check on their order, I definitely get more response from email because I don't go back in and look for them on Facebook and all of that. Yes, she does host. After she adds her friends, she posts a little intro. All right. For loyal customers after multiple purchases, yes, I will follow up with them because I know them. And I'll say, Denise, thank you so much. This is your third cream shadow purchase. You're going to love it. I can't wait to see you. Send me a picture, you know, and I make it much more casual. Much more casual. And I say, thank you for your continued support. It means so much to me. So yeah. So my loyal customers do get a more personal message. How do hostesses get their rewards? Are you with Younique? Do I have a system out? No, I don't have a system outside of the back office. Sometimes with my loyal customers, yes, I do voice message with them sometimes. Yes, it is all organized in the back office. All of your orders are right there. So all you have to do is just write down the name that you left off on, and then 3 days later come back and start with that name again, start messaging people. Any other questions? I know this seems like simple, but so many people get this one thing wrong. And it really can change your business. It really can. I've had a lot of customers say, I bought from another Younique rep and she never followed up with me, but you did, so I'm sticking with you. And that's what will happen. Like, you can throw, you know, the best kicking party ever online, and if you don't follow up, you're gonna lose that person to another presenter. What lipstick do I have on? I am wearing Proper Liner and Livid Gloss. My eyes, I am wearing Sexy, Heartbroken, and Infatuated. Yes, if they don't respond, I leave it. A customer where nothing makes them happy, I give them their order number and I give them support's email address. It's in their hands. They can deal with it if nothing I'm doing is making them happy. And that happens. Some people are just like that, right? Do I find it hard to follow up with repeat customers? No, because they're in my back office, just like all of my customers. So I'm messaging them along with all the new customers too. Confusing? No, I message them just like I do everyone else. Now your team flourished. How much interaction does the hostess have? You know, I give her my hostess training video or hostess thank you video, and she determines how much interaction she has. I'll encourage her to comment and to like and to be present, but you know, it's up to her. If she doesn't want rewards, she doesn't get them. I really leave it up to my hostess. I give her all the tools and all the knowledge to know how to have a successful party, and if she decides not to do it, then, you know, not much you can do about that. I do most of my follow-up from my computer. Yes, my hostess training. It's a hostess thank you video. It's on YouTube. How do I keep track of following up with potential customers? I will keep a list of things people are looking for or wanting, and I'll just go back. Any other questions? I don't have anything on videos. Here's the thing about videos. Can you just sidetrack for a second? So many of you are messaging me asking me what programs I use. And let me tell you this, when I started with Younique, I didn't use any programs. In fact, I really didn't use any programs until this summer. So for a good 9 months, I just used my phone. And I really think if you're just starting out with videos and it's kind of a little intimidating and stressful for you, don't use any programs, okay? Don't use any programs. just get on your phone and do a video. I think that keeping it as simple and easy for you as possible is the best thing that you can do. Once you get more comfortable, once you get a little bit more confident, then start using some programs to edit and do some fun things on your videos. When someone doesn't respond, I really don't push it, okay? I leave it with a question. You know, if they've told me they want to have a party and I don't get a response the first time, I will definitely follow up with them again. But, you know, if I'm just trying to find out if they like their product and they don't respond to me, you know, I don't push it. Any other questions? I know, here's the thing. I know this is what stresses people out the most, people not responding. I know it is because I hear it all the time. I get messages all the time. You got to let it go. You have to let it go. Keep your eye focused on the prize, okay? Whether or not people respond in your emails, that's not, just don't worry about it, okay? Just do what you know you need to do. Make sure that you're following up. Make sure that you're messaging. Make sure that you're saying thank you. Send a thank you video, okay? My response is a lot higher now that I've made that first part really personal, okay? So start there. Start by making it really personal, and then I bet your response will get better, okay? I don't have, no, girl, no way. I don't have a customer folder. I look at some of the ladies that do. I think that's awesome. But, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but with the volume of customers that I have, I just use my back office. I mean, there's just no way for me to track that. Yeah. Yeah. I just use my back office as a way of communicating with the customers. You do not look awful on video. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Stop it. Now, yes, if I place the order, then yes, the return would go through me. However, if I place the order and had it shipped to them, I will give them the order number and I'll give them customer support and I'll say, here you go. Let support know what you'd like to exchange it for. Yeah. I feel like that just makes it so much more simple and so easy rather than me trying to figure out what they want, me emailing support, support emailing me, then me telling them what they need to do. It's so much easier for me to say, here's your order number. Here's emails for the support. Let me know if I can help you any further, okay? I just like to make it as simple as possible. I know it seems like it's more simple for you to take care of the return. Also for me, because of the volume that I have, I would be spending a lot of time dealing with that. This has just made it so much more simple. I really haven't had anyone complain about that. I think that they appreciate that. It cuts the whole like forwarding, email, all of that out. So I know that others train differently on that, and that they, you know, that there's the idea that it's easier on the customer if you do the return for them. I personally don't feel that way. And I just, yeah, my Jessica Bates, my right-hand girl. Yeah, I know that's what she does. It's just, you know, you got to cut things out that take up your time, and they're not money producing activities, right? And so those are just things that, you know, it's like me. I don't do the second follow-up. I just can't. I don't do deliveries, and I let my customers talk to support themselves. So hasn't hurt me any. All right. I feel like I was a little bit preachy and kind of, I don't want to say mean, but just to the point today, which I don't always love to be that way. So next time I'm going to be way more fun and nice. But like I said, I feel really passionate about good follow-up. So, all right. Hopefully, yeah, tough love. Thank you. It was tough love. All right. Any other questions real quick? She didn't have any. I have a lot of people that say they didn't have someone follow up with them. You know what? You know what a great story is? So one of my first elites, Jessica Bates, she should really get on Periscope and tell her story because it's a tale of follow-up. And Jessica purchased a mascara before I even had purchased a mascara. And no one ever followed up with her until someone on my team sold her a mascara. And she was followed up with. And guess what? Jessica is now one of my top elites. And had that original presenter followed up with her, Jessica would be one of her top elites. I'd like to think maybe she wouldn't be quite as amazing as she is now because, because she knows me. But but you never know who that person might be that you're following up with. You never know. And that original presenter missed out on Jessica Bates because she never followed up. Okay? So, you'd be nowhere without me. Right back at you, girl. All right, girls, ladies, have a wonderful day. I haven't heard Jack in quite some time, so I'm a little concerned. I also need to go pick up my online groceries. If you haven't done that yet, you have got to do that. All right, I'm getting sidetracked. Have a great day. Follow up with your customers. I will see you in a few days for part 5 in our series, and I believe it is on sponsoring. Yay. Okay. Bye. See you later.